Welcome back to the Smugsy Show. I'm Smugsy, your host, identifying as the Barstool Cougar. My pronouns are first and third person. Every Wednesday, we meet here, talk about important things and important people. Today, it's Thanksgiving Eve, the beginning of the holiday season. And let's be thankful for the bounty of our metaphorical harvest in this challenging year of the plague, raging fires, a mad king, and locusts. High on my list of things that I'm most grateful, in fact, the top of the list, is that the fat lady, she finally sang. You know that saying, proverb, it ain't over until the fat lady sings. Well, the election's over. The fat lady sang. Emily Murphy, the administrator of the General Services Administration, 3 weeks after Election Day, finally ascertained that Joe Biden is the winner and can get a set of keys to the White House. So the election is over. I'm thankful for that. Now, of course, the question is, what took her so long? Why? What was she waiting for, Emily Murphy? Well, Emily Murphy is literally and figuratively the fat lady who sang. She's very large, and she saw the writing on the wall. You know, if she said back on Election Day when it was obvious that Joe Biden was the winner, well, Donald Trump would engage in a, scorched earth fat shaming that she wanted to avoid. So she prolonged it despite, it wasn't a tight race. Joe Biden won in the Electoral College. It was like 306 to 232, 74 Electoral College votes more. That's like the states of Michigan, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Illinois all together. So in the popular vote, 6 million more votes. Joe Biden got 6 million more votes. So they both got a lot of votes, 80 million, 75 million. There's nothing to be ashamed of on either side, but Joe Biden got 6 million more votes. That's 6 million is more than the total population of the states of Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, and Rhode Island. So it wasn't a close score. And meanwhile, Emily Murphy was her pets were being threatened. It was like, give Biden the keys to the White House or we'll dox your gerbil. I don't know what was going on, but she wrote in her letter that her pets were being threatened by people who wanted her to declare the obvious winner, Joe Biden. So what was she waiting for? Well, she did not want to be fat shamed by the president. She did not want a scorched earth fat shaming by Donald Trump. We can just imagine, right? You can just imagine Trump on Twitter, Emily Murphy's got more chins than a phone book in China. Was she hired to run the General Services Administration or the Food Services Administration? You can just picture it. It would be brutal. Emily Tuballard Murphy. So she postponed it, but she finally did it. The election's over, so I'm thankful for that. And I'm thankful that most of the country, while Emily Murphy was ascertaining the winner, I'm glad most of the country let Donald Trump just kind of cry it out, like a toddler. When a toddler is exhausted and it's time for bed, a good parent, a loving parent, pats, his little bag or her little bag and shuts the door, leaves and shuts the door, goes downstairs and pours a glass of wine or reads a book. So that's what most of the country did. Now, I would like to just say at this point to the fans of this show and to my friends who support Donald Trump and are grieving, I understand how deep the loss is. You're hurting, and my advice, my loving advice to you, my sincere advice is to be that parent. Unplug, unfollow the president. Go downstairs, let him cry it out. He's, what's in store for Donald Trump, Ivanka, Jared Kushner. That's a lot to look forward to in the days ahead. There's going to be more. But the election's over. We're going to let the president cry it out. For the fans of the Kirk Minihane Show, something for you to be grateful for is you're going to hear it first here on the Smugsy Show, what the secret project that Kirk and Steve have been working on. The Smugsy Show secret sources and special surveillance skills say that beginning in 2021, Kirk's going to be rolling out the Kirk Minihane variety show. It's going to be based on the Carol Burnett show, if you remember Carol Burnett. Different skits, a lot of good ideas. There's like Rock Band Kirk, The Screamer, Suicidal Kirk, maybe. I'm not sure. That could be a little bit dark. Erica Nardini's Anger Translator, because they've got some synergy that they could exploit in a skit on the Kirk Minihane variety show, which would be, I think, great. But I think the most promising character for the Kirk Minihane variety show is Kirk identifying as America's dad. So it'd be Kirk, like, maybe in a cardigan, kind of meting out, like, tough love and punishment to his attention-seeking fans, you know. Like, the Minifans, they're kind of like Peter Pans, you know, like, high as a kite, flying around, don't want to grow up. They like to be punished. So Kirk identifying as America's dad could be kind of like a, you know, a little sadomasochistic, but there's a lot of promise there. But now, on a personal note, during these darkest of times, both metaphorically and literally, I would like to express my sincere gratitude for all people who bring light into the world, for people who think big and in color and get up every day and try to make something happen despite the circumstances, despite the odds. I am grateful for people who keep trying, for people who are courageous and love fiercely. I appreciate very much people who laugh and make others laugh. I deeply appreciate all who find strength to gaze away from their phones and look up at the heavens and think of things bright and beautiful. I'm so in love with and so grateful for songs with good juju that make you dance. Thankful for the helpers, the artists, and the warriors. And most importantly, I'm grateful to have the privilege of spending this time with you here on the Smugsy Show each week. Happy Thanksgiving. And this is Smugsy signing off.